All right, we can't make this whole thing about Stranger Things again.
No, we definitely can't. Watch. Welcome back to
Saturday on Sunday.
Bring you some biscuits.
We're not ghosts.
What a stupid podcast.
Welcome.
Have you ever put a quarter on a backboard? And welcome.
How do those big ass titties? Welcome back.
Hello, and welcome to Reading with Grandma. I'm your host, Twan.
I'm Grandma.
You son of a bitch. I was going to be Grandma.
Oh, sorry. I'm Steven.
Most people have two grandmas.
Right. I'm the other
Not
grandma.
everybody.
Not everybody. I do not. I am lacking in the grandmother department.
I only have one grandma.
I was like, we're down to one.
One is the loneliest number.
Right. That she'll ever be.
Fucking grandmas.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Saturday on Sunday podcast, where we talk about shit that you don't want to hear. But at least we do it decently, consistently sometimes.
Right. If you look, there's a chance that we might be putting out episodes.
Yeah, every once and a while.
We do it with a smile on our face. Most of the
Sometimes.
time.
5 sure.
No matter how sad we are inside. Nah, if we're...
I mean, isn't that a symptom quote, for depression?
Everything's a symptom for depression.
right.
Exactly.
Happiness is a symptom of depression.
Right. So everybody
You happy?
that tells
gonna
you that
kill
they're
yourself?
happy...
Unalive yourself.
Speaking of depression, I'm sad. No. I feel like it's like a drug commercial. So they recently changed the emergency mental health emergency number or the suicide hotline number to 988. So if you're feeling sad and the suicide prevention line number is, way too long because,
Is that still a number, though? Like, will that retain its use?
I mean,
You can't you like text it and stuff now?
yeah, you can text it. I think you could have texted the other number too, but
I didn't know that.
But is the 1-800 number going to stay consistent for the people who aren't up to times? Like, or are they eventually just going to get rid of it?
see, I don't know. I don't know about
Well,
that.
that's a big thing for me to know.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know that ASAP. We need a computer guy to check that out and see if that's a thing. Because I need to know if it's going to go away.
Right. I mean,
You know
I feel
how much
like
of a
it should
big
be
issue it would be for me if it went away?
pretty big. You got that number.
I got it tattooed on me.
Yeah. Now you gotta just block it out with 988.
Yeah, so I need to know.
Yeah.
That's important. I don't think that if I were going to change it to a shorter number
Right.
to go for now, I don't think I would ever take away the 800 number.
Right. Yeah. It
For
just
the
seems
people
like it
who
would
don't
be-
use like internet or see
Right,
that
who
stuff,
know that.
who know that number.
Oh, see,
Right.
I typed it into Google and they brought up call 988 or text go to 741-741. So I don't think the number is still active.
Call it.
We gotta find this out.
Did you just like?
Don't do it. No, I was just curious if
Did
it
you
still
run?
works.
Did you run the number like the 1-800 number into Google just to see
No,
if it pops
I
up its
didn't.
thing? Because I think that would also be valuable information to tell people if you're going to change the number that the other number is no longer going to be in service.
Right.
Right. Like,
That'd be
how
horrible.
shitty would it be if you're trying to reach out, but you
Right.
get a busy signal?
Because yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
less confusing than the other number. It's not as long. It's easier to do, and that's cool and all. But what also sucks is taking something away. Like,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Especially for people that
that need
don't
that.
like they need that security.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's mental health is a big thing, and an important topic to us here on the podcast. So it's one of those things. It's like it's great to know that they're trying to make things easier, at least easier to remember.
Yeah,
like,
they're modernizing it.
Right, because mental health emergencies are just as severe as 911 emergencies,
Right.
and it's good that they recognize that and have made it an easy number. And I think that there's more than just texting and stuff that you can do with that number. There's more things that are available through that line. Whether or not they have all of those things set into place fully yet, like I know that they were
this
having...
is very recent.
Right. So I don't know that they have everything 100% of what they want it to be right now. The last I heard, they said that they may not be fully prepared, but they don't want it to be a situation where people are getting a business signal. and
Right.
things like
Yeah,
that.
because that would be horrible too.
So
like
saying that it's probably both still operational. It's just
Right.
Yeah, because you can't.
they're trying to
Like
get
you said, they can't
both
get basic
tracks.
signals. Like you gotta have a job before you get another job. Like
Right, for sure. So either way, if you
need it, use it.
right,
Nobody on that line, for anybody who doesn't know, is gonna judge you for anything that you say on that line.
right,
That's the biggest part. There are people who are afraid to call those numbers.
right.
They don't know who you are. They
Yeah.
just want to help
They're a
you.
non-biased opinion to help you over whatever you're going through
Right.
in that current time.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So if you're feeling down, reach out.
To anybody.
Anybody.
I wouldn't leave it in our comments though, because we're not very good at replying to that.
Right. Yeah, that's not an instant response.
I can say,
But you can
It
message
goes-
any one of us on
yeah.
Facebook.
I mean,
and
if
we'll
you
try to get
message
back
us
to you.
personally, I'll hit you right back up.
And I'll try
Unless,
to be
unless my
helpful.
kid's on my iPad.
Right, then it's see ya.
That dude will
I don't have a kid or an iPad. It will go straight to my phone. And
We were
it's
just
usually
talking
on me.
about it. My son he has my iPad, which is connected to my phone. So if somebody's coming through on the iPad, he'll swipe it away real quick, which stops it from going to my phone. Well, it doesn't
Perfect.
stop it from going to my phone. It just
It's like
my
a
phone thinks that
mute.
I already got it, so it doesn't bother notifying me of it. So that kind of sucks.
Right. I have so many devices that my messages go to. Who knows who you're getting in contact with? Could be me. Could be Charlie the dog.
So I got a new puppers.
Yeah, how's that going?
He's chewing my shoes,
Like they do.
so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool for the most part. Still working on that potty training thing. Like he
Yeah,
goes
that takes a
outside
while.
every time that I go. Like we take him out repeatedly, and he goes outside, and it's fine. But he doesn't know how to tell me he needs to go to the bathroom when I don't catch it. So if I'm just sitting there doing something, he doesn't know how to tell me
Yeah.
hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm working on that. Somebody told me get a bell by the door, and every time
That's
you go
what
out,
they
ring
did.
the bell,
Yeah.
do that, and eventually he'll ring the bell to tell you that he needs to go out.
Right.
I said, cool, but as of right now,
Yeah.
he'll just be chilling, laying there, and he'll just stand up, just walk over a few feet and pee, and I have to grab him real quick, and I run him outside.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Right.
You do this all the time. He's like, right, but you didn't take me out.
Right.
I didn't know. You just say anything. Just do anything.
Yeah, the bell on the door thing, Charlie abuses it. But, at first, for getting him to know, the bell means going outside.
Right. So what'd you do? Just every time you went to go outside, you tap the bell and then go outside?
No, it would jingle whenever we would open the door.
Okay, so you just
at first we would jingle it.
So you
Whenever we would take him out, we would jingle the bell and take him out.
yeah. So, and then you just put it on the door and then
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it constantly hung on, it's still hanging on the door. It doesn't have any of the ball bearings that
So it doesn't
ring the
jingle
bell
anymore?
Right. But he'll still go over there and he'll swat the hell out of those bells. The empty shell.
And then you don't take him out. And he's like, what the fuck?
Right. Right. Like, he'll yesterday before I went to work, he's like, I really need to go out. He was hitting that bell and he would huff and he'd hit the bell and huff and then he'd start barking. It's like, all right, dude, we're taking you out. And I took him out. And he would just, he would walk me around the yard and then lay down in the sun.
Right.
Right. He just wanted to get some
My thing is,
light.
So the puppy doesn't have any, idea what he just did and what the problem is. Right. So, in the beginning when we first brought him home and we were doing that, we don't crate our dog.
Yeah.
Either of them. We obviously don't crate our 3-year-old. He does what he wants. He roams the house wherever. Yeah. So I was thinking that the older dog that we had would kind of keep the younger one in check a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
I thought, I seen all these cartoon movies. I thought they had conversations.
You should have just asked me first, because I would have told you it doesn't work.
Don't chew that up, because they're going to get mad when you get home. But he has no awareness of,
oh, right.
So when he walks over into the dining room, unbeknownst to me, and takes a shit.
Oh, okay.
Then, right afterwards, just walks right through it. Oh. Paws through it, and then just walks through the house.
Oh,
He didn't know. He's like, I pooped. And just walks through the house.
Right.
So,
I didn't have any of that problem.
There's little footprints, and I'm like, dude. And he's like, what?
I thought this was cool. I thought you liked that here.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
I did think I was going to have a problem with my oldest dog, when the puppy peed in the house, my oldest dog going, no, this is my territory, and trying to mark over that. Luckily, he hasn't done any of that shit, so that's cool.
I would say we never ran into that with Sadie and Remy, since there's
my oldest dog, he's like, hell no, I know better than that. You can't do that shit inside the house. I keep telling you.
Right? That's what it is. They're like, let this little asshole get in trouble.
You're going to get it, dude. I know it.
I mean, we lucked out with Charlie. He's only in the, almost 5 years that we've had him. He's only gone to the bathroom in the house, less than 10 times. And it was things like we were gone for an extended period of time, or
he's like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Or obviously he had diarrhea or something like that,
right.
that he didn't
Animals
have
get
control
sick
over.
too.
Gross.
So it's just there's nothing that we can necessarily blame the dog, because it's just he had
I
to
blame
go.
the dog for everything.
I mean,
You
dude,
just
I
fart?
can't.
Nope, dog did it.
No, I came in the other day and I just yelled at the new puppy. I was like, these fucking gas prices are ridiculous.
Right.
It's your fault.
Right. You did
Exactly.
that.
His name's Eddie.
Nice.
We got him a little collar.
Yeah.
And then got him a little name tag that says Eddie the Banished.
Right.
Yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
he's
You're
a
gonna
cool
get
dude.
him a battle vest,
Mm-hmm.
I know you were looking for vets. Did you find a local place you like?
I haven't I don't look for any of that kind of stuff. My wife does all that.
Right.
I play the irresponsible role.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
she found one and she's like, hey, we're gonna go here and this is what we're gonna do and this is how much they pay, and I say, okay, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. That's the reason why Remy is not fixed.
I say
She has not been spayed.
I say okay, I just let her.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
Jen's on top of all that stuff. I get all the love from the dog. Jen actually takes care of his.
I would
medical
probably walk my dog into an urgent care and be like, hey, he's not feeling good.
Right. I mean, when it comes to that kind of stuff, he's a dog. Sometimes dogs throw up.
Right.
It's not it's
I will
the
say,
worst thing.
I think I've cleaned up more dog puke than I've ever had to clean up them peeing or shitting on the floor.
Right. It's just it's like with our dog. He'll just there'll be a clump of his own fur on the ground, and he'll fucking eat it.
Yep.
It's just Yeah, he threw up because he's eating his own fucking fur off the floor, and who
So
knows
I'm
what else
pretty
is in that
sure,
fur.
even though they're not the same breed or came from the same litter,
Yeah.
that Charlie and Remy are brother and sister.
Yeah. Like,
Like, I'll pick a big chunk of fuzz off me that, like, collected on the couch and got on my shirt and, like, try to just throw it. She'll catch it in the air. That's mine.
I mean, I think you got a taste for it because, like, he has these different treat balls that he rolls around on the floor, and they'll pick up dog fur,
Right.
Like
and
the
he'll
material.
just, like, whatever.
He's like, it's good to me.
Right, and he just sits there and he'll lick up all the fur off of it.
Tasty.
Not for me. I don't ever eat any of my own fur.
I mean,
I try not to.
I tried it one time, and it was...
I was going to say, between us two, as long as we let our mustaches grow, you get a taste of your own fur.
Oh, yeah.
You get a mustache hair in the back of your throat, and then I throw up.
Exactly.
I'm bringing the beard back. Look
I
at
saw
all
that.
of us with a beards.
I
All
never
different
had a
stages of
beard
growth.
once. I've never grown a beard.
I've only
I've-
had a beard once and continuous
It actually
since I was
surprised-
6 years old.
It actually surprises me how long that prosthetic beard has stayed on.
Right. I mean, the Halloween store is really
Gr-
upping their quality of,
No,
wigs.
I learned from that one chick, Gorilla Glue. It's the best.
Right.
It's
Come
everything. Look at this. It doesn't.
It's tight.
No, you
doesn't
can't
budge.
even see.
It's tight.
It's like, I don't know. Like, I've been looking through old pictures that like pop up in like Facebook memories, and it's like, you know what? I did
It's
look pretty.
time.
I did look pretty good with a beard, and now I got all these gray hairs in my beard. I'm gonna have a nice, little dash of salt throughout my
You
beard.
gotta.
How long do you think you're actually going to keep that before you go sideburns again? Because, like, you
That is
you-
like a
you
coin,
did this.
coin flip right there.
You did this a while ago, and you were like, I'm
Right.
bringing the beard back.
And it was,
then,
it was
like,
pretty long. Like, I was looking at the pictures of me with like the mutton stash that I had
Yeah.
for like a week. We weren't able to get together to record that week, so sorry.
yeah. But, like, then you were like, I'm bringing
Shit
the beard
happens.
back, and then shortly after that, you came in, and it was just
Yeah.
sideburns again, and
Right.
you were like, yeah, I gave up.
I don't know.
You like, are you really going to try to go for it this time?
Yeah, as long as I don't fuck it up.
All right.
But I realized that if I want to grow a beard, if I want to keep it like neat, I got to go back to the single blade razor, because trying to keep everything neat with one of like the 3 razor,
Oh, like
those
those big shit.
It's like I'm just like wonky and it's all fucked up.
I don't even use a razor.
No.
Just get my tea trimmers out and do
Yeah.
my thing. Yeah.
I don't know. If I don't wrangle it in, I'll have hair up to my eyes.
Yeah, like I grow that like little triangle
do
that
too.
goes to the eyeball.
all the way down
Like,
to my
I
chest.
I
hair.
have the stubble right now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It goes up to the eye little socket thing.
Right. I'll be looking like the dad from Teen Wolf.
But I just see. But I like tea trimmer my shit like every couple of days. Like,
Yeah.
So it is kind of like time
Right.
consuming, but
Like,
It's
I
cool.
mean, my facial hair grows pretty quickly. Like, I'm 1 week into not shaving, and I have a pretty nice start. Enough that
That's
I can
what like the
frame
people
it
that
out.
don't really grow beards like aspire to.
to be able to grow like a
Like
visible
that.
beard in a
Right.
yeah.
week.
Right.
It's like I'm 7 years into not shaving.
It's like, oh, I got a little bit of stubble here.
That's the worst. It's like I've had friends like that who are like, dude, like I just saw you like a week and a half ago, and you were like cleaned
Clean
up,
shaven.
and now like you have visible facial hair.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, I have the same amount of visible facial hair. And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, I've been growing mine for a year.
Right. Like, in a
Congrats.
year, I'll have a pretty full beard in a year. I feel like to have, like, an actual nice beard takes a year,
Yeah. I always
at least a year.
I always quit so early in when I tell myself I'm going to start a beard again.
Yeah.
Because the last time I had like a beard, like, you know,
Right.
down there, able to grab a full handful of beard.
Yeah.
I liked it, but we had the twins, and they were in the NICU, and like people were talking to me about bacterias and babies and NICUs and stuff. So since they had to stay in the NICU and I had to go in there to see them, I immediately went home and shaved my whole beard off.
Oh, right.
I was like, fuck this beard. I don't care about it as much as I care about my children.
Right.
And like I said,
It'll come back.
and I was just like listening to people go, oh, like you can transfer. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
and then other people are like, don't do that. Just wash your beard. Don't be a weirdo. Like, don't do that kind of stuff. And I was like, easier for me to just
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it. I said, because it's not exactly who I am. Like, this
Right.
isn't like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
this
No,
beard.
it's
But then ever since
don't make
then,
it your personality.
ever since then, like
Yeah.
when I tell myself, oh, I'm about to grow a beard out, I get like a month and a half in, and I'm like,
Oh, right.
shave this down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to the point where my beard's long enough to put like the curling like conditioner in it and it bunch up real nice.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a while.
I like it when it's like really curly and
Like
bunched up,
tight.
like
Like
Greek
a
god
turret.
status. Like, you know, has a really tight curly beard. Zeus in the new Thor movie, his
Yeah.
beard is.
well,
That-
I like
that was
to
a pretty nice beard.
I like to get the beard straightener and then like spread it out so it's like long and stringy and
And
straggly
flowing
and
through the
just, like,
wind.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've flirted with the idea of getting like a heat comb to straighten my mustache.
just like straight down like a lip
Right.
curtain.
Yeah,
Nice. That'd be cool.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like
do
it'd
like
be-
this and it would wave back and
Right.
forth. Be nice.
Like
No one likes that.
I ran into Bob, my mom's neighbor, at work the other day.
I thought he got killed by a Demogorgon.
He survived.
Oh,
He did the whole hopper thing and just jumped out of the way.
right. Just, nope, not me.
But like, this dude has always had a decently long mustache, but it was usually like the push broom over his lip, like.
oh yeah.
But
You-
now
You couldn't see his mouth moving
Now
when he was
his-
talking.
mustache reaches under his chin, and it's just like two big white fucking curtain of mustache, and I'm like, fucking goals, dude.
Is,
God damn. Like,
Like,
is that what got you into the whole facial hair thing?
no, it was Oliver Peck, the
Okay.
tattoo artist,
Okay.
and his Monterey Jack fucking mustache.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I guess then Monterey Jack is what really got me interested
There
in
you go.
mustaches.
mine
Like,
was
because when I smell cheese, my mustache totally boing, and I
What-
float towards it.
when I first wanted to grow a mustache and do all that cool stuff was my second grade English teacher substitute.
Okay.
Yeah, she was. I mean, no, it was this dude who came in. He was an English teacher substitute, and he was I think it was a second grade. And he
Yeah.
came in and he had one of those ones that went up and spiraled like just below his eyeballs,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
all the way back in, and like did like 4 complete circles. And I was like, "Yo." Like,
yeah,
Right,
he
like,
he
that's
got up
crazy.
at like 2 in the morning.
right.
That's
Like, because you
crazy.
know that dude stretched it all the way out, got it all together, rolled it, wasn't right, stretched it all the way out, tightened it up a little bit. Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
that's a lot. But, like I was
Like,
like, that's
Some
sick.
of those
Like,
guys.
4 complete circles? What? And then I started seeing, like, competition
Oh right.
mustaches, and I'm like, bro.
Oh, yeah, like I remember, like back in the day, watching beard competitions with my dad. There was a guy that had his beard like whenever he didn't have anything done to it, it reached his belt. But like he had his beard swept to the side and sticking out, and then a deer, like it was like a deer on a cliff on his beard, on his face, and the whole fucking
Yeah.
deer was made out of like
His
clippings
beard.
of his beard. It's like
Yeah, no, that's
ridiculous.
That's crazy to me.
It's like I don't
Like, that
know.
takes some time and dedication.
Right. But like they have now like mustache and beard competitions were such a big thing. Like they have like mustache like rollers, like hair rollers that you can put your mustache in and do all that stuff.
Got to make it easy for the consumer to also think that they can get a mustache that luxurious without putting in the time, effort.
See, I'm not gonna lie. There's been times where I've tried to curl it, tried a couple times. I'm like, that doesn't look right. And I just wash all of it out. I'm like, all right, I'm good to go.
For sure. Like that's like it gets to a length where it's like, man, I don't know how to fucking handle this mustache. It's too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, once it gets to the point where like, you're altering the way you eat food. Yeah. Because of the mustache, that's when I always quit.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like,
oh, so like a couple months in.
Right. Yeah, like it's very short into it. Where like, I guess it would be easier in the wintertime for me to just let it go because it's also cold outside, and I tell myself like, this is gonna keep my face warm.
Right.
Fucking freezing outside.
Oh, but I mean, there's like from having a beard for years and years and then not having a beard. It's like there's definitely a difference. Like my chin is definitely cold when it's cold outside. Colder than it would be if I had a full beard.
Oh, you got a beard, so you're probably warm in the winter. Is most of the time horse shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because of the fact,
I agree.
Like you have to understand that. Like, has anybody ever seen somebody with a fully grown beard out in the winter? It's icicles in their beard.
Oh, yeah.
Their mustache is frozen. Like,
dude,
oh yeah.
I go at work even right now when it's 90 plus degrees. I go into like the freezer. Icicles.
Yeah.
And
I remember being outside at work
for like 10 minutes, just going, "Oh, my mustache is still wet. God damn it!"
Yeah, but like working outside with a beard and it's going and like the snow's hitting it, and then eventually you're like breaking icicles off your beard, like the ice that stays on your beard, then in turn makes your face colder than if you didn't have the beard, and icicles attaching itself to your face.
Oh, right.
I guess I should have Sarah send me one of her favorite pictures of me that I sent her of me walking home one day and just having snow just covered in my beard because I had to walk home one day from work.
Was your face warmer than not having a beard? No,
I was miserable.
Frozen.
I took a selfie. I'm like, guess what? I'm miserable. I'm about to go in the warm house.
Yeah, and then you gotta wait for your beard to defrost.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, crazy shit.
Oh, I hopped in a hot shower immediately that day.
I would have hopped into a cold shower.
Right.
Then it would have felt room temperature.
Nope. I wanted to have the shock. Go, oh, God.
Hey, have any of you guys bought any of these CDs?
You should.
You should go buy one.
I listen to it all the time.
I don't know the website. Or how to... Jake knows that stuff.
Bandcamp.
It's Bandcamp, but I don't like...
Yeah, go Spider, Akronaut, Bandcamp.
Okay, Spider, the Akronaut, Bandcamp, 84 East Idaho Ave. It's out now for your ear holes to listen to it. I didn't play
that
drums.
one, the first one?
The first one, all of them. I didn't play drums on any of these tracks, but I do know a guy who did.
one, at least.
I didn't play anything on any of them, and don't even know any of the people that are on that album.
I did play this Upside Down. I did play this on my CD player.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's
I played it on the only CD player that I have.
Was it in your car?
No, it's in my bathroom.
So you don't have a CD player in your car?
I probably do.
So you're a fucking liar.
But, no. I just plug it into the auxiliary because that album's also available on Spotify.
Ooh.
And Apple Music.
And Apple Music.
And
look at that.
And all kinds of other places.
Yeah, but music you should totally just get it off
fucking
Bandcamp.
Buy it on Bandcamp and
get the hard copy.
Pay $45.33 for it.
I mean, as much as you want.
No, literally pay $45.33 for it.
Exactly. You have to pay that exactly.
I'll tell you what happens after you pay $45.33 for it is crazy. So
you won't believe it.
It's a secret. It's a life hack.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the orchestra.
That's
We're
the
still at
same
the
orchestra.
We're gonna leave the orchestra now.
Oh, we're still. I can't find the door. In a world, where are you going, Maxine? I sound like Jabba the Hutt.
They're not the same?
They're basically
They're
the
cousins.
same. I mean,
I prefer Pizza the Hut.
right? I feel like he's closer to Pizza the Hut than Jabba the Hutt because they're slimy, you know. Like, oh man.
All right, we can't make this whole thing about Stranger Things again.
No, we definitely can't. Watch.
So how do you think they're gonna bring Eddie back, though?
I think we talked about this.
He's gonna be the new Edward Cullen in the new Twilight movie.
Hell no.
Everybody's saying he's gonna come back as a vampire in the Upside Down. Joke's on you, he's a vampire in Twilight.
Right.
But he'll still be Eddie Munson.
Right.
He got turned into a vampire and now he goes to their high school.
Oh yeah.
This is my year!
Right. It's crazy how Lars sued that high school. So have you guys seen the Thor movie yet?
I did. I watched it illegally. I didn't. I watched it the way you're supposed to watch it in theaters.
I watched it on the screen for sure.
It was totally a screen.
I have not seen it.
So what do you think, Jake?
I liked it. It was up and down in like its tone,
Yeah.
but I liked it.
Did he have a hammer?
There was a hammer.
Eventually,
Okay.
I don't know. Who knows? You
Such a
tell
good
me.
movie.
Love had a hammer.
No, Love didn't.
She didn't have a hammer.
Did they play any Metallica?
No, they played way too much Guns N' Roses though. Way
Yeah,
too
like,
much. I'm not a fan of Guns N' Roses.
Like, don't people know that Guns N' Roses is problematic? You know?
There was way too much in that movie.
I had a Guns N' Roses patch,
Yeah.
and my wife says, "Are you gonna put that on your vest?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna put it right here."
Threw it in
And I
the
yeeted
trash.
it in the trash.
There you go.
I was like, I don't want that fucking
Right.
shit.
It's like if people can go back on people's like Twitter accounts and stuff and bring up shit that's from 10 years ago, it's like, why can't they go back in Guns N' Roses history and be like, Guns N' Roses is kind of problematic?
I mean, even aside from I just never liked Guns N' Roses.
I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
a
not good
fan
music.
at all.
Didn't like it.
I mean, there's so many other bands in that era that are way
Blew them
better
out of the water.
Yeah.
than Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it never was like, I was like, oh yeah, Guns N' Roses. Ugh. It's like, can do without.
Right. It's not like they're like Van Halen or
I told these-
Motley Crue.
Okay, so I work with a couple of, long-haired, like, old school, like, metal cats, you know? They're kind of look at them as, like, the two dudes from, like, Little Nicky, you know?
Okay.
They're cool. But I told them something that just blew their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And it also does that to a lot of other people that I tell. Like, I don't like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. I get that.
Don't like any Led Zeppelin. Now, I won't say it's bad quality of music. The
Right.
reason I don't like Led Zeppelin is based on personal shit that happened before associated with music.
Right.
I
Led
don't like
Zeppelin
'em.
touched you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, each one individually. No, but like I just don't like it myself. And
Yeah.
like they looked at it like you can't I can't sit in the
Right.
truck with you. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
I feel like there's a lot of.
I was like, there's
list
good
of
ass rock bands
Right.
that are way better. There's like 3 Days Grace.
Right. Fucking.
I'm just kidding. Calm down. Like 4 people just
Right.
punched the computer screen.
And 3 Doors Down, all of it.
Right. Superman.
Everybody likes POD,
Have you
right?
ever heard of Creed?
POD. Really?
Have you ever heard of Creed? Come on.
Come on, guys.
Let's go.
But yeah, no, I
Arms
just personally,
around
I don't
here.
like Led Zeppelin. I don't
Yeah.
think that they're bad music. I
Right.
just don't like them. And
Right, that's how I feel about Nirvana.
yeah, and that's how a lot of people, like, honestly, a lot of people feel that way about Nirvana. And I
I mean,
I'm not one of those people that
I would never say that Nirvana doesn't make good music. I just think that
They
the
make bad
praise, the praise that they have is just like, we get it, you know? Like, they made good music. Just like the Beatles, like, we get it. They made good music. They're not, like, the best.
I thought you were going to say they're not like the Beatles.
Right.
I mean, but weren't the Beatles kind of like the best though?
I mean, they just made a diverse catalog of music.
In out,
Kind of.
in the music scene, blow up real fast. The most of the big ones start dying off. You know, the ones that people didn't know very well start living. You know, shit like that. You know, good. That's all, Nirvana. In out. You know, get
Right.
in, get real big, get out. Like
Right.
they knew how to do it.
And then have one guy just ride that fame.
And then the other one go into politics.
Yeah. It's
And then just pop up every once in a while. Just play a show real quick.
Boom.
yeah. Like,
I love Nirvana though, as you know. I have their tattoos on my body.
right.
Love them.
I mean, they're good and all, but
Like Kurt, I feel like he would have been.
They're
my
no
boy.
cake.
yeah, nobody's gonna beat Cake. If you say that they are, You're
When's
kidding
the last
yourself.
time you heard anything by Cake?
I mean, I listen to Cake all the time.
Do you?
Every year on my birthday, I
Right.
have cake.
I haven't
every year.
listened to Cake in a long time.
I haven't listened to Cake, and I couldn't even tell you the last time ever.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds weird. Like I never, but like, it's been a long time.
It's been a long.
Yeah, because now I'm into stuff like Kate Bush, Master of Puppets, Never Ending Story. That thing, like
Now, besides what we already know, what you're really listening to right now, what's your legit like mainstream like big name band that you're into right now? Both of you guys.
Right now, I have been listening to, like, obviously aside from my local, which I'll plug all the time because
Like
I
it
literally
doesn't have
listen
to be
them.
modern or anything.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a ton of Offspring. Like,
Really?
Okay.
The Offspring, like, just been going through pretty much their discography. Like,
Yeah.
going through them. Because when you're a huge fan of Nirvana, you start to forget about, like, the Offspring and Red Hot Chili Peppers and, like, those other bands that are in the background of them when
Yeah.
you're part of, like, when you're listening to that genre. But I forgot, I had stumbled on, like, Self-Esteem.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Obviously, instant classic. So then you go back and start listening to the others. You're like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I fucking
Right.
like this band. Like, they're really
And then
good.
you
I
hear
like 'em.
Pretty Fly for a White Guy comes in, you're like, that's out of nowhere.
So like I've been just that kind of thing, bouncing around in that genre and that like era
Right.
a lot. So
Like that, it's kind of, like, I feel like, I've always felt like Offspring was, like, kind of a bridge between, like, rock music and punk music.
right.
Like, it's really,
It's got almost like a dad rock vibe
Right.
with like the edginess.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very like out there. Like it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be what you want to say, kind of
Right.
vibe to it. So like essentially, I'm on Amazon Music, and my playlist right now that's going on, like currently, if I were to plug my phone into auxiliary, is Rediscover the 90s. Like I've
okay.
been listening to a lot of like, 90s rock, grunge, punk, all that kind of shit. I'm in the 90s again. So
yeah.
you mess with all the 80s stuff while watching Stranger Things. You get out of that, you start rediscovering the 90s.
Right.
Because I really feel like, there's some good artists now, but like they really don't make music like they did before.
Right.
You have to search that out and to find that good music that feels like it was before.
Yeah.
And but then again, back in like the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, whenever, any genre of music, they probably felt the same way, you know?
Right. It's like if you search up the top rock bands right now, it's bands that came out 20 to 30 years ago.
Right, they're just coming to like a resurgence and
well, that's
making
the thing.
new material.
Right. There's no new like rock bands that
What
are like, oh, that's a real like rock band, you know?
What's crazy though is like when you thoroughly enjoy older bands and stuff like that now that are seemingly becoming more popular due to maybe, you know, being on a show or being played by somebody famous like big now, and it brings that music back into the light. What sucks is being an OG fan to that, and by all means I'm saying that if, you know, you became a fan from watching it on something that you love that's like new, I'm all for that. I'm all for the spotlighting of new music, old music, any music. You know, I'm for that. But what I don't like is when you get called out for like wearing, you know, I have a Master of Puppets shirt. And like I do love Stranger Things, but like when you wear that out now, people are like, "Oh, you saw Stranger Things?" It's like, no, like I've had this shirt for like 15 years.
Right.
Like, or, you know, you wear anything. You know, you wear a Ramones shirt. Everybody thinks it's because you're just trying to fit in with that.
Like, right. You saw that shampoo commercial that had fucking Rock and Roll High School on it for some reason.
Right. Yeah, like... It's just a lot of that. Like, that's what I don't like. It's like people trying to call you out that you only like that. It's like, you don't fucking know me, dog. I've liked this shit for like forever. It's like, although I don't like, I love Master of Puppets, but I think that if you isolate the drums on most of that band's music.
Don't isolate the drums on Metallica.
Not very.
He has been credited as the best off-time drummer.
Not very.
Drummers are supposed to be the ones keeping time with the bass player, but
not when you have to sue a bunch of people.
Oh well, we shouldn't have said nothing. But speaking of which, so what have you been listening to?
You know, I like most of the time whenever I listen to stuff, it's like I'll put on a playlist radio based on an artist. So I've been...
So you can kind of discover stuff?
Right. So it's like, well, recently I discovered this guy, I think his name's Cal Scrubby, and he has this song like Money Buys Drugs. It was pretty funny. It's like, it's a real... fun song. Then I went and listened to his album. It's like, this is a really sad fucking.
This is depressing.
But the thing is, it's like the artist's radio that I was basing it off of is like artists like Prof and like Aesop Rock, where if you really listen to what they're saying, or some of their songs get real sad.
Right.
So it's like you're listening to that playlist and you get artists that, you know, they'll have happy, fun songs.
Right.
But, you know, they have a lot of sadness.
Yeah, it gets deep.
Right. Because it's like, you know, it's the story of, you know, I put out music, but nobody pays me for the music I put out. Sad times. I do a lot of drugs to cover up my sadness.
Like you do.
know. But as far as bands or stuff like that, like I've been listening to just like NoFX and Modest Mouse as far as band music.
I'm pretty
Those
sure.
are solid choices.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate those.
Oh yeah, like Modest Mouse, I feel like they're one of those bands like
that everybody only knows Float On.
Right, and they have such a long history.
It's so good. But like, if you ask the general public,
right?
Hey, do you know Modest Mouse? Like, oh yeah,
yeah, the Crowded Lonesome West. And they're like, what?
Right.
Nothing.
They do Float On, right? like,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
know that. And I only know the part where he says, "We all fall on the song."
Alright.
That's it.
You mean you don't have a smile like God's shoe shine? Come
Right.
No, I got the other stuff with the floating onto the car,
Right.
cop cars.
The ocean salty. Yeah, let it in. There's so many like random like gold nuggets throughout their work where you're like, this song, everybody should know this fucking song.
I think that about.
Don't ask me to name it though.
Well, I know the actual name of the song because I bought that record
Yeah.
on vinyl. Shit Luck, everybody knows. Everybody needs to know Shit Luck by Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's like 4 lines in the whole song.
that's one of my favorite
Great
songs.
song.
Yeah, and so look it up. If you're watching this
You gotta listen
and
to
you
it.
only know "Float On" by Modest Mouse, go check them out outside of that song.
Exactly.
I promise you,
Like
you will
their
stumble
later
into some shit.
discography gets into like almost the pop, like hip hop realm. Like
Right.
they get ridiculous.
Yeah, like their early stuff was real experimental, instrumental kind of craziness. And I love the dude's voice. Like, anybody that has any kind of speech impediment and they're the lead singer of a band is the greatest fucking thing to me.
That's your go-to.
Right.
You
It's like-
love it.
It's like, that dude sounds like he has a mouth full of marbles.
But he
Or
kills
like, his tongue is 3 sizes too big for his mouth.
It might be attacking him. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Who even knows? It might not even be a tongue. It's one of those parasites that take place of your tongue.
Hey, you never know.
It's
I mean, you know.
it's a slug. You gotta cough it out into the sink.
Right.
Stop referencing Stranger Things.
So how is Wilby gonna become Vecta in the 5th season?
He's not gonna become Vecna. He's gonna fight him,
With mind bullets. That's
or he's gonna
Telekinesis
join him
power.
because he got taken in the first season, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you just hold on for a while.
gonna
We're
be
gonna,
like
we're gonna be good pals."
right.
Or he goes on to do Will and Grace.
Or that. He's like, "Just wait till the '90s.
Like
You're gonna be real famous."
speaking of Stranger Things and music, did you know that Vecna
So does Joseph Quinn.
yeah?
They make music and they're available on the interwebs.
Oh
Yeah, Eddie also has a song out on the interwebs.
Yeah, so does fucking Ethan Hawke's daughter. I don't know what her first name
Maya
Um,
or Maya.
is. Something like that.
That I think the entire cast is pretty much musical.
Oh right, and like Finn Lockhart has a whole band.
So that's what season 5's gonna be. It's
It's
gonna be a
gonna be a
musical.
What are you? The whole thing's been a musical.
Right.
They're just gonna make it more obvious.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna
speaking
They're
Same
only
of,
doing this so that after this is all over, it'll be on Broadway too.
right.
Exactly.
Easy transition. Did you
Fair
hear
enough.
that they're gonna make a sequel to the Batman and it's gonna be a musical with the Lady Gaga, or not Batman but the Joker?
The Joker, yeah, I heard that.
I was like, wait, what?
No, it's gonna
Like,
be
the Batman. It's gonna be a musical.
I was like,
Okay.
wait a second. So you're telling me they put Edward Collins as Batman and they're about to switch that dark thing into a musical? Wait a second.
no. They're doing a sequel to the Joker, and it's gonna be a musical.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I'm less excited about it being a musical
But you
than I
get
am for a sequel.
I literally, but
'Cause
like, I
The
take
Joker was a fantastic movie.
Right.
I take anything with on the DC side with, you know,
right,
I don't ever expect anything good to come out of it.
right.
So if it does, then I'm like, dope. But like, I'll never get my hopes up for anything DC.
Right.
Sorry,
Like,
Fly.
I love the Joker
There's
movie.
a ghost. I had to catch it.
You gotta do what you gotta do in this house. And
Not on drugs. You're on drugs.
the last Batman movie, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too.
I feel like it was the best Batman movie in the last 10 years.
I'm trying to recall. Cycle
Like,
through.
It beats Batfleck, yeah,
Right.
for sure.
What doesn't?
Gnat in here.
There is a gnat in here.
Driving me crazy.
And not Natalie.
No.
I really hope fucking Natalie and Steve don't get together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve deserves so much better.
Fuck Natalie.
Right. She looks like a fucking chihuahua.
I keep saying Natalie. Her name's Nancy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say
it's just
Natalie
like
over and over.
Christopher, his name's Jonathan, right?
Yeah, I just kept saying Natalie because she's a Natalie to me because Nancy would be good enough for Steve.
Right.
Natalie sounds like a whore.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
It's like,
She's a whore.
yeah. I don't know. Steve deserves.
The world.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he's raising those 8 kids all by himself.
Way to end on a Stranger Things notes, guy.
4
Come on.
score.
You guys like Stranger Things? Leave it in the comments below.
Does anybody want to read one of these?
Hey,
Sure.
I
we
would
haven't
rather.
done that in a while.
Yeah, dude. I
Before we read that would you rather question, I'm going to ask you guys a would you rather question.
What's up?
Oh, shit.
It's not anything special.
Oh, shit.
It's just a question that I heard.
Oh, shit.
So would you rather your significant other have extreme body odor or bad breath? I'm going extreme body odor.
Bad breath.
Bad
Really?
breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
100%.
can do things to
I
mask
can
that.
I can definitely avoid that.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta breathe in your face.
Yeah. But
But
this is like
Body odor's just
Dude,
there all the time.
I work by people that have bad body odor, and I'm within 10 feet and I can smell them.
If you're laying in the same bed with bad breath, hit the other way, gone.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're laying in the bed with horrible body odor, there no matter which way you turn.
Yeah, I guess so.
That is that room.
Yeah.
Yeet.
But it's just like
Like right now, like can you smell my breath right now?
no.
How
I
do
mean,
you
I
know
feel
it's
like
not
if-
bad?
But I feel like if
He
you
ate
had
an onion before this.
if you had body odor, I probably wouldn't smell you from this distance
Oh
anyway.
no, for sure. If it's
I
bad,
would.
you'd smell that bad boy.
Like, I think you guys are like I can't smell as well as most people. I feel like.
Well, you should probably get your senses checked.
You should
mean-
take a COVID test.
It's like it's funny how it's like, well, you know, if you can't tell by my voice, I don't have very much air travel through my nose to begin with.
That's all right. You don't need
So
it.
it's just like having a significant other that doesn't have any sense of smell. You know, smelling is also whatever.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
guess.
like most of the time I have body odor. It doesn't matter because it's not like I'm gonna offend.
'Cause he's like, I don't.
Everybody likes their own brand.
Right.
Uh,
Like, I feel like I could put up with body odor a lot more than I could put up with bad breath. Like, when somebody comes up and talks to me with bad breath, like, I'm like, I want to end this conversation as quick as possible. But if that same person comes up to me and they smell bad from, like, BO, like, I can tolerate
suck that
that
in.
more. Like, I can tolerate that a lot more. Like, I go... Yeah, you probably should have wore some deodorant today.
you probably could have sure
Probably should have. Woo, boy.
Oh man.
But like, it's been my experience. You know, for me personally, I can tolerate bad body odor a lot more than I can tolerate bad breath. Bad breath just fucking kills me.
I mean, I think with both, depending on how much contact you have, like eventually you'll just kind of go numb
I
to
mean,
it.
me and Jen are never within 6 feet of each other. You know,
Well,
COVID and all.
Right, you guys are very respectable of the rules.
Your social distancing.
Like, I haven't kissed Jen in like 2.5 years. You know.
Well,
Same.
I think
It's like, I know that was before COVID started becoming a thing, but, you know, we're just not intimate like that.
Well, that's sad. That's just depressing.
Hey, I'm the same.
You know,
I haven't either.
Right.
2.5 years.
You haven't
Crazy.
kissed Jen in 2.5
2.5
years?
years.
It's crazy.
Well,
You
that's
know.
good.
Been so cut
At
up.
least we know that's over.
Okay, we'll pull one of these out of the hat. Alright. Hold on.
I know some of these words.
Reading's difficult sometimes.
Would you rather have complete control over all the headlines in the New York Times
Yes.
or whoever mates with whom?
I don't care who mates with who.
I'm gonna say whoever mates with whoever is their business.
Right.
I'll
That's easy.
keep releasing a bunch of like fucking onion posts.
all I would ever post if I controlled the New York Times
Is who's
Subscribe
fucking
to
who.
Saturday on Sunday.
is who the hell is Spider-Man?
He's a menace. He's a menace.
Like, it would all be Spider-Man headlines all the time.
There you go.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
That wins. I
Boom.
totally agree.
That's it.
Let's-
I'm a Spider-Man headliner. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe. Do it. You
Dude,
can
his
do it.
hat even tells you.
Subscribe.
Hey.
And if you haven't told your friends, family, friends, and friends, families, friends, and everybody you ever met, even that guy that friended you on Facebook that you knew in 3rd grade, tell them about the fucking podcast.
Yeah, even tell Fran.
Tell Fram. Tell Slam-a-Lam-a Ding Dong. If you ever run into Samuel L. Jackson, tell him that we're huge fans and he should totally come on.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
We get 9 minutes of your time.
Right. And with that note, I'm Steven.
I'm Twan.
And I'm Grandma.
Spider-Man is a criminal!
Oh,
Hi, guys.
have a good time. Taxi.
What about Danny DeVito?
And I came in, I started blasting.
You know, I didn't think to ask this while we were recording the video, but it's still recording audio.
Yeah.
If you could remake one movie and Danny DeVito was the main character, what would it be?
Spider-Man 2.
He was the main character.
Yeah, like, it had to follow him.
Spider-Man 2.
Donnie Darko.
So,
Donnie Darko? That's a good one. I said John Wick.
Spider-Man 2.
He started blasting.
You know, original Spider-Man, not the one with, like, I'm talking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man 2, Danny DeVito. Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire. What the fuck happened?
I like it.
Right.